Jack Cafferty's here with us right now, though. He's got the Cafferty file. Jack.
What do you think? Is Palin going to get in this thing, do you think?
I don't know. You heard James Carville thinks she will. Who knows?
Well, it'll make for an interesting show if she does. The question this hour has to do with Rick Perry, who probably hopes she doesn't get in. He has a very lavish lifestyle down here in Texas, paid for mostly by taxpayers and wealthy friends and donors. Does that lifestyle match his down-home, aw-shucks country boy image? George in Michigan writes, just another ego at work. I long for the what you see is what you get type. But Mr. Perry is too slippery to qualify. Where's Harry Truman when you really need him? Maybe he has come back as Ron Paul. James writes from Texas City, Texas. Got a lot of mail from Texas. As someone who's followed pistol-packing Perry throughout his career, I can tell you quite honestly that this buffoon is a card-carrying, full-blown fraud. He actually makes W look good. Well, almost. And remember, the governor of Texas has much less power and authority than most governors. Having lived here for 15 years, originally I was from California, I'd venture the collective IQ of the state of Texas only slightly above a carrot. We also got some nasty email. Joy on Facebook, another fake cowboy from Texas, just what the country needs. Michael in Virginia writes, die-hard Perry supporters, like rich people and his funders, like politicians who stay bought. This won't hurt him at all. Indeed, news stories like this will be evidence of persecution by the mainstream media, so they might in fact work in his favor. J.D. writes, ask people from his hometown in Texas. They pretty much think that he's a fraud. Even his former Boy Scout leader says he wouldn't vote for the guy. Greg in Arkansas writes, the perception is that Rick Perry is a Southern gentleman, sipping iced tea on the front porch. But in reality, there's a whole lot of suffering going on behind the barn. Voters need to beware. Look deep at this man and his record, because the front porch just ain't big enough for everyone. Billy in Texas writes, Texans would elect a prairie dog if you hung a Republican label around his neck. And Jimmy writes, sure it does, Jack. What's wrong with being a rich cowboy? Let me tell you this, it's much better than being a poor cowboy. Can't hardly argue with that. If you want to read more on this, go to my blog, cnn.com/Cafferty file, or through our post on the Situation Room's Facebook page. It's going to get more fun as the days go by, I think, Wolf.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jack. Thank you.